Welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user Immortality Prince. That's Immortality Prince, and he's driving the M103 on a standard battle on Carellia. M103 been a tier 9 heavy tank for the Americans. So just a quick word to anybody who has sent in replays for the subscriber replay videos. I am tremendously behind at the moment. I still have about 80 replays in my replay folder that I haven't watched yet, about a dozen that I haven't made videos on yet that I want to make videos on, and I still have 90 unread emails, and God knows how many of those will have multiple replays in each one. So I think Immortality Prince, if he wants to take to the comment section, just let you guys know how long ago he sent this replay in and how long it's taken for it to actually get made into a replay. That should give you some idea of about how far behind I am currently. So, onto this replay at hand. Immortality Prince is going to be taken to the right-hand flank, which is where normal good heavy tanks will go, and deciding to take to the hill. Got quite a lot of support here. You can see there, got a few Tigers in the valley there of Ferdinand, and who is that? That looks like a Waffenträger there as well to square off against the enemy force. As you can see here, spots out a Tiger 2 who's just way too far forward, and that's a little bit unfortunate there to get a critical hit, but then I suppose he did have elite hit points, so scoring a critical hit is probably the best he could have hoped for. So not having a fantastic start to this, scored 2 critical hits for 2 shots so far, deciding that his allies have probably pretty much got the battle in the valley sorted there. You can see the heavy tanks all squaring off against each other. There's nobody really for Immortality Prince to shoot at, so instead decides to head up to the hill to see who he can pick off there. Finds a Waffenträger, gets a fantastic shot on him at that range. That's almost 600 meters there, and picks up a nice chunk of damage on him. Finds a T-28 prototype. Gonna have to be careful with this one. T-28 can be a difficult creature to damage. Another shot did fly in there, so not really sure whether that was Immortality Prince or the other shot. I guess we'll find out if this one is damaging, but T-28 prototype doing a fantastic job of angling his front armor there, and that shot just bounces. Immortality Prince going to take his time, trying to aim in on this weak spot here. He's got a 1 second left on his reload, takes his shot and picks up kill number 1 there. His allies still holding off pretty well in the south, so he's just going to offer some aid to this left-hand flank, which is more northern, really, with the shape of this map. Not really able to get anything on that Tiger 2 there, doing a great job of keeping himself shielded. Going to move forward and try and get into render range of that Waffenträger, but instead finds a Black Prince here. Being sneaky in the swamp there. Does a good shot of getting damage on him and then backs off just in case anybody's looking this direction and is able to get damage back onto him. Gets another good shot through the side of this Black Prince here. I don't think this Black Prince realizes how much trouble he's in now. Starts to make a run for it. Gonna try and get into cover. Well, Black Prince puts one right through the top of his engine deck there and picks up kill number 2. So decides now to drop down off the side of the mountain. As you can see, there's a T-44 just done the same thing. I'm not sure whether he managed to sneak his way to the top of the hill somehow or managed to skirt around the side here. My thinking is he probably skirted around the side there. Gonna try and maybe head down and pick him off. Immortality Prince driving back towards his base here. Finds the T-44. Oh, has a shot on the move there, but not quite able to get a hit on him, as he was sort of half hidden behind the rocks there. But this T-44 is going to have a horrid time trying to get in on the base, as he's getting sniped down by that by those camping tank destroyers there. So not really much this T-44 is going to be able to achieve. I should think that he's probably going to end up dead any minute now, and there he goes. And Immortality Prince decides to switch his attention back to that northern flank. Still can't get anything on that Tiger 2, playing it very cagey up there. So decides to spin himself around and maybe work at the enemy from the rear. Going to move up as the fight in the valley on that left-hand side, on that right-hand side, sorry, hasn't gone very well at all. So Immortality Prince playing a little bit of indecision here. Not really sure which direction he should be taking right now. Decides to go the safe route and head back down towards his own base and head around that way. As if he'd headed up around the north there, he's not sure. He probably would have taken some shots from that Ferdinand and that Waffenträger. But as it is, the battle in the south there hasn't gone very well. The teams were fairly evenly matched down there, tank-wise. Perhaps not skill-wise, but it looks like the Allied team has just kind of rolled over there and allowed the enemy team to push through. So Immortality Prince is going to drop back and see if he can try and equal the score. But it looks like their last defender, the Tiger P, has fallen. Just looking at the chat there and looking at the Type 59 calling Immortality Prince a noob. And he is really going to have to eat those words in a minute. As Immortality Prince comes steaming in and takes out that Tiger 2, brutally just charging him down. Getting a shot straight through the front of him and taking him out now. And he's got this ISU, Carellia and a T30 to contend with now somewhere around here. It looks like most of them have either dropped back towards the base or headed up towards this hill here. Does find the Carellia here. T30 looks like he's down on the other side. Gets the good spotting on the Carellia as the FV207 comes in, takes him out. So nice work by the artillery there. Game's exactly even at the moment at 10 kills to 10. Both sides just trying to find any piece of advantage that they can. That ISU shows up right in the Allied base here, so he's going to be pushing in and trying to take out the artillery perhaps. Immortality Prince is going to try and get a shot through his rear, which indeed he does, and gets a nice high roll on that one. It looks like he's going to get picked off by the rest of the tank destroyers. In fact, if Immortality Prince can reload in time, indeed he can, and he picks up kill number 4 now. And this T30 is somewhere down below here. And indeed, there he is there. And Immortality Prince, if he's loaded, should be able to get one right through the side of his turret and then back off. Just get himself into a nice hold-down position and only present his turret for the T30 to shoot at. This T30 is really just caught between a rock and a hard place. He can't push forwards or backwards. He's got to keep this rock on his right-hand side, or else the Allied tank destroyers are just going to make short work of him. And as it is, Immortality Prince is going to get one more shot through the top of his turret, and he's going to make short work of him. And that's kill number 5. And that just leaves the artillery, a Waffenträger, and a Ferdinand left. The Allied team doing a great job of just getting the nose ahead in this game, but it's not over yet, not by a long shot. The artillery turns up on the hill for some reason. Not really sure why this guy is here. Immortality Prince is going to try and charge him down. I'm not sure if that was his shot. I think that was somebody else's shot landing on the ground. So this M4043 may still be loaded, so Immortality Prince is going to have to play it carefully. He doesn't know whether he's just going to get derped in the face for his trouble, but it looks like the M40 may have fired as he had his gun totally off target there as he was backing off, and Immortality Prince picks up kill number 6 and a well-deserved Top Gun medal. And that just leaves the Waffenträger and this Ferdinand now to contend with. But again, still, it might be 13 kills to 11, but this is not by far a foregone conclusion. Allied team only got that Jagdtiger 88 and that Panzer Soufflé, but they also have artillery. I would say that the enemy team actually has the gun advantage at the moment. So we're going to speed this one up a little bit until we get back into the action. All 3 tanks are going to be closing in on the enemy position up towards the base here. They want to all move in together. The Waffenträger and Ferdinand were last spotted on that left-hand side. So Immortality Prince not going to waste his time going up that right-hand side. He's going to go up the centre, as this is technically the long way around. If that Panzer Soufflé 5 can hold their attention, the Jagdtiger 88 and himself come up from the side here. Hopefully they can get some spots on somebody. And that Ferdinand looks like he's camping way in the back there. Still got full hit points. And hiding super far back in that bush there. I'm not really sure what he thought he was going to achieve. To be honest, should have been a lot further forward so that he could have spotted some of the Allied tanks here coming in. Waffenträger also camping really far back. If these guys had pushed up to the rock line, they could have had 1 or 2 shots at the Allied team as they came in, and then could have backed off behind the base, and then could have had another shot at them again. But as it was, their fear and their inexperience forced them back further than they needed to be. What they, like I said, they really should have done is advance to the rock line, had some shots at the Allies as they came in, and then dropped back to the positions that they were in, softened them up as they came in. But as it is, the Allied team just able to run roughshod all over them here, take them out. Very unfortunate there to bounce his shot across the top. Actually, I think that one missed in all of the excitement. But as it is, it's still GG and the victory for the Allied team. Immortality Prince picking himself up 6 kills and at least 5,000 points of damage there. So absolutely awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget to stick around, because as always, the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second replay of the day is from the user Kier. Still no idea how to pronounce this one. Kier. And he's driving the E50 on a standard battle on Winter Himmelsdorf. E50 being a tier 9 medium tank for the Germans. Platooned up with ISG Cetus there. I'm not sure if I've shown exactly one of his replays before, or whether he's just been platooned with Kier before, but I do recognise that name. Now anyway, onto the replay. The two medium tanks are going to be heading straight up the left-hand side, up the train tracks. Here you can see they've got that Scout ELC AMX ahead of them on that far left-hand side here. So, and that T21 on their right. They're all going to make a very quick push, and as it is, they actually spot out both of the enemy artillery very quickly here. Both of the M40-43s, and if them M40s aren't careful, they're going to get themselves taken out very, very quickly. Yeah, artillery's made a quick push to the left-hand side here, but they don't really have the support of their allies. One of them starts to make a run, but he gets himself taken out, and that's Kier's first kill. Now got to play it carefully, though, because they do have some tank destroyers in front of them. But looking at it, it's only that SU-101 and that Jagdpanther, so both of those two guys not going to have a very easy time up against an Object 432 and an E50. So I think the Allied platoon here has realised this, and they're just going to push in here. The second artillery piece shows himself is found and not hidden well enough, and he gets taken out, and that's Kier's second kill now. Going to push around. The enemy team starting to put more tanks on this flank now. You can see Tiger P and that KV-5 now. Doesn't quite get any damage on that Jagdpanther there, which is a little bit unfortunate. That thing not really well known for its armor protection. The Tiger P is, but he's still managed to get some damage on him, and now he's going to advance forward with the help of this T69 on his right hand side here, getting some shots on the rear of this SU-101, and Kier's able to get the killing blow on him, and they're now going to push up against the medium tanks here. Well, there's KV-5 Tiger P and this Jagdpanther all kind of huddled together in this square here. You can just about see the weak spot of the KV-5 here, but I think the KV-5 realised it, so he reverses, which exposes his ally there in the Tiger P, who gets himself taken out, and then the T-34 takes out the Jagdpanther. And this KV-5 is now just caught between a rock and a hard place. There's nothing really he can do. He's got an Object 430 on one side and an E50 on the other, and his gun isn't particularly fantastic, and everybody can just see his weak spots here, and they just whittle him down and take him out there. T-34 picks up the kill on him in the end, and that is the battle for the northern left-hand flank all won now. But as you can see, the Allied team have made a bit of a gamble here. They've so handily won the left-hand flank only because they concentrated the vast majority of their forces here and totally left the hill and their base completely undefended. So Kier and ISG are going to have to drop back now and see if they can do something about maybe taking out the enemy team, which are almost certainly going to take advantage of this situation and move some people down off the hill towards the base. As you can see, there is a T-95 and an E-75 defending the enemy base there. Everybody just kind of huddling up against the buildings there in an effort to try and take them out. Nobody really coming down to have a look at their own base, and this could prove to be their detriment. But it looks like nobody's quite made it here yet. Everybody not quite coming down off the hill. Kier just having a little poke out to see if he can see anybody. Doesn't look like anybody's made it this far yet. So we're going to continue to push forward. Maybe nobody is coming down off the hill, and then maybe catch everybody from the rear and catch them by surprise. See this IS-3 and T-34, but there we go. There's a Leopard PTA still on 100% hit points. Gets a great shot through his front there. The Leopard tries to sneak around the side, so you just do what you do best in an E50, which is ram the bugger. Gets a good bit of damage and takes his track out, able to take another big hit on him. And if this just comes down to punching each other in the face till one of them falls over, then the Leopard PTA is almost certainly going to fall over first. And indeed he does, and leaves Kira with 405 hit points there. Did set him on fire in the middle of that one there, but the premium fire extinguisher just dealing with that situation very, very quickly. So last spotted there was a T-34 coming in from this way. He's got to be careful because the alpha damage on that T-34 is kind of maybe enough to take him out, but the T-34 gets caught short there, has his shot and just fluffs it into the dirt. Kira thinks he may have the reload on this T-34, so just keeps himself out in the open, able to get a good hit on him there, and he's in a fantastic side-scraping position at the moment. This T-34's really got no chance as he just bounces that one and gets himself taken out. He was caught in the middle of nowhere there with no cover, nowhere to go, and Kira just was set up in a fantastic side-scraping position, and he takes him out and picks up kill number 6 and 4,500 points of damage along with the victory. So absolutely awesome replay there from Kira. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, then please send that to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining, useful, you learned something, or you just found it entertaining and you enjoyed it, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel, and you definitely going to want to see all that. Don't forget to leave me a like and stick a comment in the comment section below, letting me know exactly what you thought. This has been World of Tanks. I have been Maxwell, and I will catch you guys next time.